YouTube, hello, welcome to the stream today. A little introduction here because I decided to pull these VODs off of Twitch instead of recording locally, but this is the start of the Shiny Sandwich Challenge. The first 4 parts are going to have a little intro like this. Everything after that should have a little intro recorded with the stream. But what we're looking at doing here today is what I call the 100 Sandwich Shiny Challenge. I took some inspiration off of a Twitch streamer, and what we are doing is we have 100 sandwiches to try to get the target number of shinies, which in this case is going to be 310 shinies. And if I'm successful in catching the total number of shinies needed, I get to keep them all. If I do not, though, I will have to trade them away or release them. This is going to be part 1 of that. We do, I believe, 3 or 4 sandwiches. I'm going to be looking at doing these VOD uploads on Mondays and Saturdays, I believe. So be on the lookout for those. We're going to kind of catch up on all of these. Part 1 with this was a lot of fun. We really kick off the challenge with a bang. So I hope you will enjoy this. And I look forward to seeing you all in just a second. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Moon Elf. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are back. It's been a bit. Schedules are crazy. Holidays are even crazier. But we are back streaming today. We got a throwback layout today, using one of the older school ones. We are going to be starting the 100 Sandwich Shiny Challenge that was earned during the Pika Pride 2025 event earlier in the year. This is going to be a fairly long ongoing thing because I'll probably only be able to do a couple sandwiches a day. If you remember it from last time, you're in for a treat this time because we're playing it on the Switch too. So I feel like we're probably going to be having all sorts of chaos happening. But for anybody who has not seen the challenge before, number 1, you're in for a treat because it's going to be a good time. And number 2, the rules are fairly simple. I have 100 sandwiches to catch the target number of shinies that is listed at the bottom. Now, when I did this challenge last time, the target number of shinies was only 200. That was way back on the Switch 1. I saw a streamer doing this and I thought it was a really fun idea, a really cool way to kind of just mess with stuff. And we failed it. I was initially going to go for the whole challenge, but I wound up falling so far behind it that it was like, there wasn't a point in me running out the remaining, I think it was like 20 sandwiches, because I think I was close to like 80 shinies behind. Just was not going to happen. This time, however, I am making the guarantee that no matter what, we are going to finish the challenge out, even if I get super far behind and just let it be as it is. As with the last one, if I fail the challenge, I have to trade away all the shinies, which next week, I will have announcements in the Discord about me giving away the shinies from the first Shiny Sandwich Challenge. I have not forgotten about those. They're all tucked away in home, waiting to be given away. I'll go through all the details of that next week once I get everything kind of compiled together. But next week we will give away the shinies from the first Sandwich Challenge. That way these shinies have a place to go and be stored. So the objective is essentially, I need to get a lot of shinies off these sandwiches. We'll kind of bounce into this periodically through the end of the year. And then next year we'll be able to kind of really cycle into it once the year turns over. But the goal is for me to try to do at least 3 to 4 sandwiches a day, if not more. For today, it'll probably be about 3 sandwiches, just because I have a few things I still need to take care of around the house. But we're going to at least get started with this. Hi, Nat. Hopefully you're doing well.
Hi, Nat.
While searching for a missing cat in the shelter, still look on Loki. I ended up with a kitten. So Loki admitted I have a little brother named Eclipse. We have a few possible Loki sightings we're looking into. Oh, good. Well, hopefully those turn up positive for you.
I love kittens.
But yeah, so we're gonna have fun. We're gonna shiny hunt. We're going to try and find a good number of shinies. I'm trying to find a good spot for the camera. Thought I adjusted this well, but I move around so much. But yeah, so the goal is going to be, we need to get as many shinies as we can on these early sandwiches. If we can get ahead, then that's great. It's gonna be really challenging this time. So like I said, last time we did this, the challenge was just 200. It was basically a 2-to-1 ratio. For every sandwich, 2 shinies. On the Switch one, nothing to it. When we, oh my god, that's my wife coming in with the 71 months. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Raven, for the 71-month resub, and welcome back to the Pika Pack. I do appreciate it very much. Hopefully work is going well for you today, especially with it being a Friday now. Excited for this challenge. Yeah, I'm very excited too. Please stop. Okay. But yeah, so last time this was just 200 shinies, but I made a commitment to you all during the charity event back in June for Pika Pride that however many days were remaining in the month of June when we hit the $300 goal, which unlocked me reattempting this, I would add 10 additional shinies, and that brought us up to a total of 310. So I have to average over 3 shinies every sandwich, because I can't average a 1/10 of a shiny as much as I would love to. So we got our work cut out for us. So if we can get ahead early in this challenge, that'll be fantastic. But yeah, so basically we'll take the sandwich, we'll go to a place, shinies that are caught on that sandwich count regardless of whether it's for that boost or not. Shout out to Ghost Type Palmy, if you know, you know. And then after that, we just keep going. We keep adding on to it. We'll either be ahead of the curve, we'll be behind the curve. It's going to be a fun time for everybody, and you all will have a chance to get some really cool shinies. Like I said, I will be doing the Switch 2 version for this, so hopefully spawns will be a little bit more friendly to me, which as I'm saying that, I want to window this for me personally. Just to kind of... Come on. Yeah, we'll kind of do that. But yeah, this is going to be a fun challenge. If you saw the first one, we had a ton of fun with it. Like I said, up until the end when we basically just weren't getting anything. I don't have a lot of materials right away, which, I mean, it's not the end of the world because I don't plan on cranking these out like crazy. Then this one, I've made a mistake. Here they are. 10, 20, 34, 46, 55. Okay, 55 herb is not bad. I'm using 2 per sandwich, so that's 27 sandwiches? Yeah, about 27 sandwiches. That's not bad. That gives me plenty of time to be able to grind out more as we kind of get closer to it. But yeah, so like I said, the goal is going to be about 3 sandwiches per stream minimum. And yeah, we'll add to the total and we'll go for it. So chat, I hope you all are excited for this. I am very excited for this as well. Actually, I don't even think I need that open. I think this is enough of a screen for me to be able to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relearn these controls because I'm trying to do ZA controls. This is also, and if you know, you know, we're going to start with Cave. Cave was a huge benefit to us the last time we did this. So we are going to return to Cave to kick off the run. I figure it's only fitting. And I think I'm going to do a ghost type boost first. I think the last time I did this, ghost was like the best option. Which... what did I need for that? Ghost type, red onion, no double sour. Okay. Red onion, no double sour. One more safety save. All right. Chat, I hope you're ready for this, because we are about to kick things off. Cucumber, pickle, 3 red onion. No double... Oh, frick, I already forgot. It wasn't double sour, right? Doesn't matter, I'm gonna do a spicy and a sour. Alright. Let's go. Time to make sandwich number 1. Oh, please don't fall off. No bread. Open face sandwich. Alright. Sandwich 1 has been created. So let's adjust the sandwich counter. Alright. Sandwich number 1 is inbound. Sparkling title and counter. Alright, chat. As soon as I back out of the menu, we begin. Let's go. Alright, I gotta remember how to play this game, and I gotta remember fast. I keep trying to push freaking B to run. Oh, it's gonna be the death of me. Just one instance, I wish Game Freak would just carry over controls from one game to the next. Let's go! I don't think there's really any ghost types out here, so I don't really have to worry about shinies too much. I'll still look anyway because there is a boost active. So any of these technically will count. I think under like for the person who like came up with this challenge for their rules, I do think they made it where like shinies that were not the correct typing did not count, which, you know, fair. But I think for my personal sanity, anything that's found as long as the boost is active counts. Sandwich time? It is sandwich time. We're kind of going to be slow rolling this to kind of kick things off, but we're back. It's time for the Shiny Sandwich Challenge. Also, hi Ghost. Hopefully you're doing well today. Love the shirt, by the way. Thank you. It's a new edition. Saw an ad for an online shop that did custom shirts for different games and animes and stuff like that. And I got one to try it out because I wanted to make sure that I would like it and that it would fit. So I'm probably going to be getting more. But yeah, like I said, our target today is 3 sandwiches, maybe 4. Might be tight on time for that. Next week, we're going to try and do at least 1 stream, maybe 2. I'll have to kind of see between overtime and her school schedule what's available. But I do want to try at least to do 1 stream of this challenge per week minimum. And then once the year turns over and my overtime has essentially dwindled, then we can attempt this more. I swear to God, if our first shinies appall me. Nope, it's not. We're on the board. Let's go. Shiny Greavered right away. How do I play this game? I don't even think I have this set to the right box, so we're gonna find out. All right, we are on the board. almost immediately. Let's go. Fingers crossed we've missed you. I've missed you all too. I really miss being able to stream a lot more consistently, but life, job, other priorities have taken precedent. I do want to try to push streaming a little bit more once the year turns over and things open up. Try to, at least if I'm not streaming like super frequently, I'm like at least streaming consistently. And then eventually, you know, get things really rolling with YouTube and other social medias with clips and VOD uploads and everything like that, to where along with the TCG business, that I'll be able to kind of ease back on the work a little bit. But, you know, family comes first. It always has, always will. Also, hi Tokyo and Aki. Hopefully you are all doing well. We can keep each other accountable for editing YouTube stuff, etc. Yeah, absolutely. My plan is, and I realize I probably should have done it to start this, but oh well, I'll try to remember for the next one. I want to be able to start recording these alongside of streaming it. That way afterwards I can just upload it to YouTube and be able to just use like the pause function a lot more instead of having to like edit a bunch. Because I'm not too concerned about doing like a whole bunch of editing down for YouTube. I want to be able to just have like a VOD channel going. And then maybe at some point I'll do like some edited content of like other stuff. But it's just, time is tough right now. And also just remembering to do it. I'll probably just put like a little post-it note right there that just says, record, you numbnut. It's a wild bob. It is a wild bob. It's a wild chat, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. I learned how to zoom in a video. Oh, hey. I definitely want to learn how to do that. You just open second OBS, which doesn't have my chat avatar, just gameplay. Oh, that's actually good to know. And then mix and match between live stream and recording in a video. Interesting. Also, Ghost, that, my god, that was really delayed. I literally was about to just go ahead and call it out because it wasn't coming through on the alert. But Ghost, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I do appreciate that very much, and welcome back to the Pika Pack. I do appreciate it very much. I can teach, I taught Ghost. Yeah, definitely. There's certain video editing things that I definitely want to learn how to do. Even if I don't use it necessarily for my personal Twitch and socials, going into next year for like our TCG socials and stuff, I want to do more with that stuff and try to kind of like do a little bit of extra editing. I didn't even see that Sableye there. Hey buddy, what you doing? Besides being in my way. But yeah, there's definitely some other functions I want to learn how to do. I also am being driven nuts right now by the fact that I'm not automatically picking up the sparkling items on the ground. I'm very spoiled by ZA doing that for me. I also, when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to stream today, I was trying to think of something that I could stream that I'd be able to interact with you all, because it's been a while and I want to be able to chit chat. But I wanted to avoid ZA, because I know there's a lot of people still avoiding spoilers for the DLC, which I don't blame them. I'm not that far into the DLC, and of course anything I'd be doing in there would be very spoilery. On top of the fact that I just didn't want to get spoiled on anything that would be happening later in it. So I was just like, what's going to be the easiest thing that I can do that's going to take minimal setup and that isn't going to require a ton of brain power, so that I can chit chat with you all and not have to worry about spoiling things or having somebody run and be like, have you seen this? Hey, yo. No, wrong one. Wrong one. No, I don't know if you run. Please don't 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 run. No, come back. Come back. Come back. I'm friendly. I swear. Thank you. Okay, shiny number 2 on the board. This challenge is popping off early. Based Switch 2 version. Oh my god, we have 20. Oh my god, we have a shiny Fluttermane on screen. Oh, we're gonna fight, aren't we? We're gonna fight, aren't we? I'm just gonna go ahead and mark it because Fluttermane's not gonna dissipate on me. Hi, Sophia. Hopefully you're doing well. It would catch. Need to finish the game before I even look at the DLC. Yeah, you know, fair. Shiny only challenge does take time, if you can believe it. Alright, anyway, I was looking at how much time was left on this sandwich, and then I was gonna do a safety save, so... yeah, we're popping off. Like I said, based Switch 2 version. Thank you, lots of spawns. And things actually spawning in rapidly. I will not take my finger off the L button. I will hold this L till the day I die. Wait. I also... it's gonna waste time, but what box are these going in? Ooh, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, hold on. How do I draw selection box? Perfect. Alright, problem solved. Hi, Lucasade. Hopefully you're doing well. So far, you're on track. Yeah, I'm hoping we can, like, get ahead early. I guess get ahead and stay ahead, because that was the thing that really kind of crushed me last time, was I did get ahead, not by much. And then I couldn't hold the momentum. Cave did its best last time we did this. But even Cave couldn't keep up with the amount that I had to press through. I will say, though, I am going to make more of an effort this time around to really kind of disperse around the region and try to do different areas. I know I was in Cave a lot last time. I was also playing catch-up a lot last time. But I definitely want to try to, like, expand a little bit more, try to go for some, like, unique areas, while still kind of sticking true to, like, areas that spawn well. But I feel like with the Switch 2 version, the way things spawn in now, I'm going to have a much easier time navigating some of these areas. Love the Kokiri Emerald, Grand Ruby, Zora Sapphire shirt. Thank you. I was just telling Ghost earlier that there was a website that got recommended to me on social media that had a whole bunch of different shirts from different, like, animes and video game series that I looked into. I ordered one as a trial run to see, one, if I would like it, and two, if it would fit well. And I'm very happy with it. So I'll probably be ordering more at some point. They've got tons of stuff for Pokemon. Other Zelda shirts. There's a Majora's Mask one that I really want to get. That's got, like, it's like a purple shirt, and on the back of it, it's got Majora's Mask, and it's got the Happy Mask Salesman saying, "You've met a terrible fate, haven't you?" And that's probably going to be the next one I get, on top of some of the other Pokemon shirts. They have like sweaters and hoodies and stuff too that I'll probably look into as well, but and just to kind of catch everybody up from what I said at the very beginning of stream, these shinies from the last sandwich challenge, if you're a part of the Discord, keep your eyes peeled there. Next week, I will be setting up giving away all of those shinies from the first sandwich challenge. There'll be details next week once I kind of put everything together. But you all will have a chance, if you want to claim some of the shinies, to be able to trade with me and just take them. And then anything that doesn't get claimed, we're just going to have a big event where I go through and just surprise trade them away in Pokemon Scarlet. And then that way, as we start really rolling the ball for this sandwich challenge, I'll have somewhere to put the shinies from this one. And hopefully this time I'll be able to keep them. I'm already impressed by the fact that we're barely even started the first sandwich and we've already snagged 3 shinies. I forgot what it felt like to get shinies at such a rapid pace, because that has not been happening in ZA for me. Even with Shiny Charm right now, it has not been happening. My cap card's struggling to keep up with me here. Do I need to slow down on Koraidon here a little bit? I also don't even know, like, if what I'm seeing on my OBS is actually like what's being pushed through, if it looks like jittery and stuttery, or if that's like just my PC. I really forgot just how busted this cave can be, with the fact that you just get the massive amount of Greavard spawns. Also, chat, how many Ghost-type Palmies do you think we're going to run into this time around? Last time it was an absurd amount. Nothing there. Shiny Espeon would be pretty hype. Minutes to go. We're pretty much in bonus territory right now. I mean, technically speaking, it would be beneficial to get one more shiny, since I do need to average about 3.1 shinies, so the more frequently I can just get that 4th shiny, the better off I'll be. Almost ran right into those. Isn't it crazy like how buttery smooth this game is on the Switch too? Like, why couldn't we figure this out for the Switch 1? Especially considering the fact that ZA actually runs pretty well. Oh, hey, you're a ghost-type weasel. All right. Let's go, chat. 4 shinies on the first sandwich. We are in bonus territory now. Which is good, because the last time I got to, like, sandwich 30, and suddenly everything started falling apart. What are we doing? What are we doing? Alright. Oh my god, I'm in purgatory right now. I just want to run around. Just let me run around. Don't even look at me. Don't even touch me. Only walk up to me if you're shiny. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna be honest, I almost didn't even look at that weasel. For whatever reason, that weasel just did not tip me off right away. But hey, good start to kick things off. Once again, cave giveth, and cave rewardeth. But at least the good news here is we are above average now off of the first sandwich. So now I have a little bit of play if I would not find another shiny on the rest of this sandwich. And it technically gives me a little bit of buffer on the next one. Stop! Leave me alone! You're not shiny. Can I get a shiny Sableye off this sandwich? Because I think that's the only ghost type down here that I have not gotten shiny off this sandwich boost so far. Why 310 specifically? So back in June for Pride Month, when we did the charity event, one of the incentives for reaching the final $300 charity amount was that however many days were remaining in Pride Month when we hit the 300 mark, I would add 10 additional shinies to the challenge. And so from the date that we hit it to the end of the month, added 110 shinies. So instead of 200, we have to get 310. Which is definitely going to require some heavy RNG. But I also feel like, too, it almost balances out in a way, because the Switch 2 version of Scarlet and Violet is a little bit more busted, as I'm sure everybody's already seeing when it comes to the encounters. A little extra, exactly. It's like when you go to a fast food restaurant and you order a milkshake and you ask for whipped cream on it and they like fill it all the way up to the lid of the cup. That's what we're looking at here. These Sableye are so tiny. So, like I said, the plan for today is probably just 3 sandwiches. Just based on the timing and knowing I've still got some stuff I need to take care of around the house. And then next week, I will stream at least one day, which will most likely be, I think, Wednesday, because I can start a little bit earlier, so we can try to do like a few more sandwiches. And depending on timing and stuff like that, because I do have overtime next week, I might try to get an additional day on top of that and stream for like Thursday as well. But if not, then it'll just be Wednesday. And then the following week, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a stream in because it'll be holiday week. And so it's going to be a little busy and chaotic on my end. So I'll attempt to, but if I don't have the time, then it'll be the week after that we try to get another stream in. Timer says 5 minutes. How was the dryer already done? I literally just changed it. Okay, whatever. I literally just turned it over right before stream, so that's crazy. Alright, so we got 5 minutes left on this boost, roughly. We're already at 4 shinies. I do think this is a better start than the first challenge. Because I think the first one I started behind and then I managed to like catch back up. Also, be prepared, chat. Once this sandwich boost is over, I'll probably take some input and suggestions for what typing boost we should do for the next sandwich. And then I'll take whatever that typing is and I'll try to find a decent area for me to use for it, if not the most optimal. Because there's some typings that I don't really know if I have, like, the perfect spot for. But there are certain areas that I can kind of work with. I could have also taken this boost to nowhere because there's another shiny right here. Nope. Target the shiny. Thank you. Game literally trying to target everything but the golden dog in front of it. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a much stronger start from the last time that I did this. That is 5 shinies. Nope. Wanted to hit that. We still have 3 minutes on this boost. There is still an outside chance that we could find a 6th shiny off of this sandwich, which I think would be the most I have ever gotten on any sandwich boost, regardless of Switch Edition or Switch 2. Because I'm pretty sure 5 is the most I've ever gotten on a single boost before. So right now I think we've tied the most. Surprisingly, no shiny Sableyes. I know Grieverts were going to have more of an opportunity to show up shiny because they're spawning in clusters of 4. But I still figured that we would see at least one shiny Sableye. Time, minute 14. Pretty much at the point where if a shiny's gonna show up, it's gotta show up, like, now. We'll also make sure to check for any marks as well. I'd be surprised if the Buizel had a mark, considering it's not a ghost type. Time, 28 seconds. There's so many Palmy right here. There's just too many Palmy that spawned right there. Oh, I think that ate too many spawns. Is that a... Okay. Never mind. Palmy can spawn all at once. Cool. 6. That's 6 shinies off the boost. This boost is definitely done now. Alright. I'm sorry I said anything, Palmy. Chat, we got a ghost type Palmy again. Everything probably has changed over by now because, yep, boost is gone. Yep, there's a Lycanroc now. Okay. Chat, we are on pace for 600 shinies in this challenge. Bruh. Alright, let's mark check. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Yikes! Okay. But there we go, chat. Sandwich number 1 down. And we have 6 shinies to start. Alright, chat. Give me some ideas. What sandwich boost should we do next? I'll take pretty much any typing. If there's a majority that comes through, I'll take that. If there's one that comes through, I'll take that. But pretty much everything is open and on the table. And I'll track down a good area to hunt. I will say the only boost that I won't take is Ghost type because we literally just did it. I do want to kind of rotate around them a little bit more. Let's do it this way. I'll make a poll and I'll put... how many can I put there? 4, 5. Put 5 there. Let's do... let me pick ones that are not going to be obnoxious to make a sandwich for. All right, polls up, chat. There are 5 different boosts you can choose from. for which sandwich we should go for. Fire, dragon, water, dark, or grass. In the meantime, while that poll is going on, I will work on getting out of Area 0. Hi, Roaring Moon. Got probably like 20 seconds left to vote on the poll. All right, we are doing a water boost. All right, take me back to the 0 gate. Okay, so the obvious water choice would be Lag Lake. But it's also Lag Lake, and there's also Veluza like crazy in there. Oh, and another thing too, chat, for anybody who hasn't seen the challenge before, I'm not allowed to use outbreaks. Outbreaks are off limits. What about if we go... Ooh, maybe we go Blueberry Academy. We could do a water boost here, and we could do either in the polar biome. We could even do the canyon biome for some water. Coastal biome. There's some good options. There's also Kitakame that has a few water areas as well. What do I think is going to be the best option for water? Because it's also not going to be the friendliest. Oh, actually, I could do along here too, because there's... Oh, there's like Wiglet, Palafin. I think Wingull's there too, which would be a little bit annoying, but I could start over here. Actually, I could start here and go for like Meryl Azumarill, and then maybe work my way over this way, and then maybe into Lag Lake. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So, if I want... I want a water boost. I think it's just a lot of cucumbers, right? Yeah, a lot of cucumbers. No double sweet. Okay. Safety save. Picnic time. No double sweet, right? Yeah, no double sweet, so we can do double sour. The cucumbers. Alright, this is why I save right before I make these sandwiches, so that if I goof this up... And then the pickles. No top bread. Okay. We're on sandwich number 2. At this point, because we had such a pop-off first sandwich, realistically, if I failed to find even one shiny on this sandwich, we still would be fine. Finding one shiny would still keep us ahead of pace. So, you know, we had a really good start. Oh, Slowpoke's here too, though. Ooh, I forgot about Slowpoke. Oh, I forgot about Slowpoke. And there's a lot of them. Oh, we can't hunt here. We cannot hunt here. I gotta move, and I gotta move fast. Nope. Nope. I refuse. All right. I think there's still like a small chance of Slowpoke spawning over here, but there are so many other spawns that come into play that one or two Slowpokes is much easier than fields and fields of them. Yeah, like that being the first Slowpoke we've seen here, I can deal with that. Oh, I didn't even realize Wugtrio spawned here as well. There's also a part of me that wouldn't be bothered running to Blueberry Academy too. Especially since the sun is out right now, so it's a little bit more obnoxious to see some of these shinies. I'm just gonna have to like trust my gut when it comes to Slowpoke. Because I feel like if I spend too much time trying to do a million auto battles on it, I'm just gonna waste time. Why can't shiny Slowpoke look like its shiny variant in ZA? I think my other problem too, like if I went towards Kitakame, I'm gonna be competing with Arrokuda and Barraskewdas, and a lot of them stay low in the water, which does make it a little bit more challenging to be able to shiny check them. Like I said, I'm just gonna have to trust my gut on Slowpoke. Try to like go out into the water a little bit here. Because a lot of the spawns out here are mainly going to be Palafin and Magikarp and Buizel. Looks like the occasional Quillfish as well. Honestly though, because the sun is setting in Paldea, once it like fully turns night, I'm not opposed to going further out into the ocean, because it will become easier for me to differentiate shinies. It's the only reason I'm staying close to the beach right now is because it's still a little challenging.
Hey, chat.
Jeff says hi.
Hey, Mom.
Check like a couple Slowpoke here and there, but oh god, I've angered a Veluza. I think I got away from it fast enough. You know what still amazes me about this game is in ZA, they added in like all of the shiny indicators and stuff for like the sound and the sparkles and everything. But on top of that, they added like the actual symbol indicator for if you like zoom in on it. And it just confirms that they absolutely had the ability to do that for this game and just chose not to do that. Like, just imagine how much better shiny hunting would be in this game if it had something as an indicator. Also, I guess on top of that, imagine how much better shiny hunting would be in this game if we could actually shiny hunt legendaries. I think I burned all my shiny luck on that first sandwich. Almost 10 minutes into this one and we got nothing to show for it yet. Oh, we got something to show for it. Shiny Magikarp. I think this might actually be my first shiny Magikarp in the game in general. I don't think I caught one even for myself yet. Whoops, not 78. That's wishful thinking. All right. Okay, well, no. Do I want to go to the spot where Shiny Wug Trio could be? Oh man, as much as I want to do that, I feel like that area just gets overrun with Kilowattrel spawns, which kind of just eat away the odds on that one. I do think, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like... Not there, it's like... Or no, it is here. I can't even remember my areas that well. Are there good water type spawns here? I see a Wiglet. Freaking Slowpoke. We got Blue Shellos, Wiglets, Slowpoke, sadly. Palafins in the water, Love Disc, Weasel. Actually, Love Disc wouldn't be bad. That's a pretty obvious one, even if it does go underwater. Oh my god. I'm like freestyle drifting in the water. Yes, like I said, the good news is, regardless of what happens in the duration of this sandwich boost, we are still ahead. Getting 6 shinies on that first boost was really beneficial. If I step on this, do you all despawn? No. It's only certain areas that happens, I guess. You're good, game? That wasn't even my OBS, that was just straight up the game. I saw it on my left monitor just freeze too. Bongo, you're the worst. Ooh, shiny Love Disc. Nope. Yo, that's actually so good. That's also one that I have not caught, even in my main game. Which is all the more reason why I'm gonna wind up bombing this challenge towards the end. But hey, shiny Love Disc. Alright, I think now that we've snagged 2 shinies here, we've got 16 minutes. Let's go... Oh, I might regret going over here, but let's go to the polar area in Blueberry Academy. Let's try our luck over here. Finneon, Seal, Horsey, Lapras. Lapras will be a cool one to get. Oh, I think if I remember correctly, there's a... I think there's an isolation hunt over here for Hisui and Quillfish. I think if I do a poison type sandwich. Oshawott. I'm also kind of just like moving around too, because I'm trying to make it a case where if I do wind up failing the challenge, when I do the shiny giveaway, I have like a lot of unique shinies to give away, instead of it just being a case of I just stayed in one area and spammed like 40 of one specific Pokemon. Like I said, the last time I did this challenge, I kind of did that, but that was because I was in a catch-up mode where it was like, I'm super far behind and I really need to try to, you know, catch back up to the rate that I need to be at. But since we're starting fresh here, I got lots more flexibility. Especially having this strong of a start. Oh, thanks, OBS. Thanks for welcoming back to my own chat room. Couple Seal up there. I don't know how obvious Seal is going to be in this. I know in certain games it's somewhat obvious, but this game struggles sometimes with being super obvious. Just like I don't know how obvious like Finneon and Lumineon are gonna be. I don't have any fears when it comes to Lapras or Horsey or Seadra. I feel like they're obvious enough. Oh, Piplup spawns in the water over here. Good to know. We let the Tentacruel in over here. I also feel like, and maybe I'm just misremembering, but I felt like there was an area where Lapras spawned more frequently. I probably was like in that area, and it's just a case of, because I have a water boost, I'm just not going to get super lucky with it, but... I'm getting baited by the shadow. I should know better by now. Up over there. I do feel like I won't have a problem with Lumineon shiny. I do think it'll be Finneons that I might struggle a little bit with. Oshawott shouldn't be difficult, because its belly becomes a much more noticeable shade of blue. Do need to watch, I'm getting a little too close to that Dugong outbreak. Timing, we got 9 minutes. And so the good news is we are ahead, so even if I would find no more shinies on this sandwich, we would be averaging 4 shinies per sandwich, which is more than enough for the boost. Because obviously there was no way I was going to be able to maintain 6 shinies every sandwich. Maybe if I just stayed in one spot in area 0 I could, but I feel like that's not fun for this kind of a challenge. I'd rather see how many different kinds of shinies I can get. But yeah, we'll do one more sandwich after this. The timing maps out to exactly what I thought, so. Oh, too close, turn around, I didn't look at him. Alright, we're fine. But yeah, so we'll do the rest of this sandwich, one more sandwich, end it there for the day, that way I have time to finish what I need to around the house. Then next week, like I said, at least one day next week, we will stream and continue this challenge. Depending on timing of stuff, I may try to go for a second day, but I'm not going to make any guarantees just because of work and life commitments. Double check that. I know the shading is kind of rough over here, but all right, for the final few minutes of this boost, we're gonna go up in here and we're going to try for Mudkip. I mean, I guess technically I could also go for Alamamamamamamamala or Araquanid. Guess even technically Dewpider. I know Dewpider has a somewhat obvious shiny, I just don't know if I would notice it right away with how tiny it is. Get off the wall, get off the wall. Let the Torkoal in. This game is very stable. I will say I am very shocked and surprised at how strong of a start we have. Like I said, especially considering the last time we did this, I did not start super strong. I didn't end very strong either, but even taking into consideration that I'm doing the Switch 2 version where obviously I was going to get more encounters, I still feel like the rate we were getting the shinies to kick things off was still way higher than what I think any of us anticipated. Okie dokie. Can I? Thank you. Yo, shiny kippers, let's go. All right. 9 shinies. How much time do we have? 3 minutes. Okay, yeah, no. If I had closer to like maybe 5 minutes, I would go run to another area and just check some different water spawns. Only having 3 minutes, there's not a whole lot of point in me doing that. I might as well just stay here and see if we get a second mudkip. We set ourselves up really well for the third sandwich as well. Because once we do the third sandwich, I once again will just have to get 1 shiny. And then we'll be ahead of pace again. Oh, that's the way out. But like I said, definitely really good momentum to kick off the sandwich challenge. The biggest thing, like I said, is going to be sustaining it. Because it's easy to get, like, early RNG to be on my side. But getting it to sustain across 100 sandwiches is going to be tough. Time 48 seconds, roughly. The game did not take my jump input. I jumped too late for that one. I might be cooked in trying to get another encounter set up here. We got 13 seconds. Oh yeah, we're definitely cooked. Unless... oh, I got like 3 more to spawn. Alright. Sandwich boost number 2 is done. And we have found 9 shinies to start. Some good ones, too. Nothing. Oh. Love Disc the Sociable. And no mark. Alright, so after Sandwich 2, we have now also caught a Magikarp, a Love Disc, and a Mudkip. Alright, chat, give me just a moment. I'm going to kind of stretch for a second here. And then when I come back, we will take on sandwich number 3. Alright, chat. I have returned. Alright, let's get one more sandwich boost done. Alright, let's take a look at the maps here. Paldea region. I can do electric through here and give Voltorb. I could do it for, to get Shinx as well. Mareeps are right around here. No, Tadbulbs are kind of hiding around too. Electric I can use in Chargestone Cave. My problem is practically everything in there is hard to tell shiny wise. I could use it for a Alolan Geodude. Electric over here, I can get it for Charge-a-Bug. I could also do a Dragon Boost. I could go for Jangmo-O over here. And then Dragon over here, I could use for Vibrava. There's really anything else Dragon-wise over here. Oh, I guess Duraludon, but that's going to be a little bit annoying. Dragon over here, there's a spot, not this, but there's a spot somewhere over here. I want to say it's like up here where I can do Cyclizar. I think under here is also Gibble as well. There's also a spot for Axew I could go for. Honestly, I might go for Electric. Let's go for an Electric Boost. Alright, safety save. Our final sandwich of the day is going to be Electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie. And I'm pretty sure I know that one. That's going to be the yellow peppers. Yeah, yellow peppers, there's no restrictions. Cool. That's a pretty simple sandwich to work with. Alright, let's make sandwich number 3. Let's do a sweet and a bitter. I think there's an area too, now that I think about it, up near the northern part of the map where I think it's the Fairy Team Star bases, where I think I can go for Dedenne as well. Okay. Sandwich number 3. Sparkling title and power for Electric. Alright, let's do it. Now the nice thing running through here for Voltorb, shiny Voltorb does not explode. Voltorb is also very noticeable, so we could potentially collect a couple Voltorbs before moving to a different spot. You can see there was a Makuhita outbreak. Not that that one matters too much because I don't have a fighting boost on, I have an electric boost, so... I still want to make sure I don't get too close to these outbreaks because I could still run the risk of finding a shiny out of it. But it's a little less concerning if I run up there with a different sandwich boost. But yeah, chat, I hope you've been enjoying this so far. It's been fun to kind of kick things off and come back to this. This challenge is a lot more enjoyable playing it on the Switch too, I will say that much. That was one thing that definitely drug things down for me on the Switch 1 version. Was just how buggy and broken it was, so it made it really difficult to enjoy doing the challenge. Because, well, spawns just did not happen. Like I said, with this sandwich boost, all I really need is just one shiny, and we'll be ahead again. Obviously, the more shinies I can find, the better. But in order for me to stay ahead, I just need one. I didn't hear the normal sound of the self-destruct, so I thought maybe I passed by a shiny. It was not the case, though. Also, chat, if you come up with other areas for electric mons as well, because I'm trying to, like, remember other areas that have decent chunks of electric Pokemon that I could go to beyond just the handful that I've talked about. Like I said, the only area I'm not going to with an electric boost is Chargestone Cave. And that's just because, like I said, it is very difficult to differentiate a lot of the shinies that are down there that are electric type. I think, though, if I wind up hitting a point where I get, like, really far ahead in the challenge, then maybe I'll go down there with a boost. Because at that point, then it won't hurt anything. I'll be honest, though, I don't anticipate being super far ahead of the curve for a long time. Like, I feel like in this early part, I'm just having really, really good luck, and I feel like the next stream that I decide to do this, I'll probably be lucky to average like 2 to 3 shinies per sandwich, and it'll kind of balance itself back out. And of course, we never know. I could get just really lucky the whole time, or I could just hit abysmal luck. That's the beauty of a challenge like this, is I'm at the mercy of the game. All these poor Voltorb just self-destructing because I'm running by. They're just minding their own business, and here I am just running on by. Any of you want to be blue? Yes, bring on the rain. Right about now, if I were playing the Switch one, I would be crying inside because the game would be dragging so hard. But now the rain doesn't bother me. Well, let me rephrase, it doesn't bother me now because I know what shiny I'm looking for and it's easy to tell. $21 minutes left on this sandwich. No shinies to show for it quite yet. Still plenty of time, lots of encounters happening. I know one of you wants to be blue. Most Voltorb had like a deeper cry for some reason, and I'm sitting here thinking like, is that an alpha? And then I have to stop and remind myself there are no alphas in this game. But there is a shiny Voltorb rolling right towards me. Taking a risk. I don't need a mon that has damp on it. Yeah. And just like that, chat, we have reached double digits. 10 shinies on 3 sandwiches. Alright. Let's now migrate over yonder. And let's see if we can get a shiny Mareep or two. I think I'm in the right area for Mareep, right? Yep, here they are. I feel like Mareep won't be too bad because they spawn pretty much in clusters. you know what? I feel like there was a spot with Toxel as well. Toxel could definitely be fun to try to go for. Oh, I didn't see the second young goose. Are there any Mareep that would like to be shiny? You don't have to, but it would be nice. It's always nice when I get to hunt a Pokemon that has a very obvious shiny, because I feel like I can do the shiny checks 10 times faster than if I were hunting something like a Frigibax or Tandemouse, where I'd have to stop and pretty much just stare at like every single encounter. Like Mareep everywhere. Yeah, like this is an absurd amount of shiny checks that I'm getting right now. Are there any like purplish pink sheep around? I definitely would like to find at least one more shiny off this sandwich. Kind of just stay slightly ahead of the curve. Like that one. Let's go. Up to 11 now. All right, Mareep caught. Let's move over here. Go for Shinx. Man, I want another spot to be able to shiny hunt electric types. Chad, if you got any good spots for electric mons that aren't Palmy, because I've already gotten one shiny Palmy today, just let me know. I'm gonna brainstorm a little bit in my head, because I know I've got the Toxel. Dear Lord. Why is it that sometimes this game runs on the same hamster wheel that BDSP runs on? It's not all the time. But yes, there's the Toxel. Trying to remember some of the others. Oh, there is the Dedenne too that I talked about. Dedenne could be an interesting one to go for. How much time do I have? Oh, a little over 10 minutes. Okay. Actually, yeah, maybe I try to go for Dedenne after this. Oops. Or maybe, you know what? Let's just go up and do Dedenne now. Like, I know there's a lot of Shinx here, but I'm, like, ahead right now. I kind of want to go for something a little bit more unique now. Let's go try for Dedenne. Like I said, I'm pretty sure... Because there's also, like, Tadbulbs and Bellabolts around here, too. I know I gotta deal with, Kilowattrels as well. Encourage him, but I think, like, right up here, yeah, there's Dedennes. Dedenne actually might not... Oh. There's a lot of Palmies and other stuff here. I misremembered this. But it couldn't have been a fairy boost through here because... Because fairy would also spawn a ton of Flabebe. I could really go for Kilowattrel, but I don't remember what shiny Kilowattrel looks like. And I have to deal with the Pink Urchin. New plan. We're going for a Alolan Geodude. I don't think there's any electric types along here. Nah. But there is a Alolan Geodude. And Graveler. I know there's other areas for like electric mons. I just cannot for the life of me remember a lot of the other areas. Yeah, because here's Charge Stone. We've got... Yeah, the mons in here are just going to be too difficult to tell. Time, 6.5 minutes. Oops. Oh, actually, you know what? I know I'm wasting time, but I completely forgot about in here. If I remember correctly, and I'm like 99.9% sure, yup, Toxtricity. Boom. This is what we look for. I was gonna say, I thought I remembered another spot. Ew, who let the Glamets here? They're not electric type at all. So, I will say, as we are winding down this final sandwich for the day, excellent start to the reattempt of the Shiny Sandwich Challenge. I do think the deeper we get into this, the tougher RNG is going to be on me. But I do think the Switch 2 version for this is going to preserve my sanity through the duration of the challenge. I felt like that was one of the things that really kind of just set back the first challenge, was just this Switch 1 struggling with spawns and having all kinds of like bug issues and frame drops and all the other stuff that just slowed down the performance. Whereas with this, I feel like I can just keep shiny hunting, keep moving. It's far more enjoyable doing this challenge on the Switch 2. And I'm just so glad the Switch 2 performs this so much better. Switch 2 increased spawns is a fantastic change for hunting like this. Absolutely. Also, hi Cup, hopefully you're doing well. That's also kind of why having the challenge be for 310 shinies because of the charity event in June is not nearly as bad as if I were still on the Switch 1 doing this. Because I would pretty much know from the get-go if I was on the Switch 1, we are not hitting that target. Doing good, sleeping alive, how are you wonderful people? Doing pretty well. Just dealing with work and all the other life stuff in between. Happy to be back to streaming a little bit again, and happy to be starting this challenge. It's off to a great start. Though I don't think in a... we might get lucky and get one more shiny. Regardless, though, we're going to be ending on a very strong note to start the challenge. $11 shinies off of 3 sandwiches is really good average-wise. If you want to shine Toxtricity, that would be really nice of you. I would love to end this averaging 4 shinies per sandwich. Gotta be careful talking about numbers or Lucasade will start making spreadsheets. Oh my god, what happened? Oh my god, it's on both monitors. Please correct yourself, my eyes. Holy, this game is still broken. Oh, did the boost run? I didn't even realize the boost was gonna run out. Wow, what a way for that boost to run out. Holy. All right. 3 sandwiches in, chat. And we got 11 shinies to show for it. Do we have any marks on these? Oh. Another sociable. And no mark. Alright. 2 marks on 11 shinies. I'll take it. But yeah, here we go, chat. My Pro Controller's haunted. But yeah, chat, here are the 11 shinies that we got to kick things off. We got the first 2 Grievards, the Fluttermane, our Ghost-type Weasel, another Grievard, our Ghost-type Palmy, as tradition, Magikarp, Lovedisk, Mudkip, Voltorb, and Mareep. like I said with this, I am going to try to like diversify what I go for a little bit more compared to the first shiny sandwich challenge, because I know towards the end I was just pretty much doing ghost and dark sandwiches in area 0. But great start so far. So like I said, next week, keep your eyes peeled for the Discord. I will have an announcement about all of the shinies from the first sandwich challenge, and when like I'll be doing the trades for that for people who want some, and then, you know, whatever's left, we're gonna just do surprise trades in Scarlet and Violet to say goodbye to all of those. And then next week I do have plans, like I said, for a minimum of 1 stream where we will continue this challenge. Ideally, if I can get a second stream in, I'd like to, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to with just time constraints and everything. But yeah, I'm super excited to get back into this. Like I said, once the year turns over, we're going to get into more consistency with the schedule, really kind of dive back into all of this, and yeah, we're going to have a great time with it. Very excited. So with that, chat, like I said, I'm going to end it here for today. I've got stuff I need to take care of around the house. Next week, we'll try to start rating people after every stream, regardless if I got a jet or not. But for today, we're just going to end it off here. But yeah, I do appreciate everybody hanging out with me today. I appreciate all of the love and the support. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.